For FoxSports.com, I'm Annabel Stephan here at Pac-12 Media Day. I have the pleasure of talking with Washington State head coach Mike Leach. Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Now, I know a lot of hype surrounding your move to Pullman. Cougars fans hoping you can turn that program around. When you accepted that head coach position, what were your expectations for your first year?
Well, I don't have anything. The biggest thing is improve, get better every day, and develop our skills and do the best we can from one week to the next, and focus on. This is kind of a day-by-day business rather than really a long-term one, because if you're not any good today, you're not going to develop to be very good tomorrow. And so, the biggest thing is we want to improve ourselves. And I got a lot of young guys out there, and I think we're ahead of schedule based on spring, and some guys have done things I didn't think they'd be able to do. And so we're excited to see how much better we get here in camp.
We'll be seeing a lot of changes on the field this fall, namely your offense. Cougars going from that pass-heavy spread to the air raid. Now, quarterback Jeff Toole, great fit for that offense, but you guys have a lot of talented wide receivers on the roster, too. How many regulars do you expect to have in that rotation?
We have 8. The better a guy is, the more reps he'll get, but just based on the length of a game, we'll have 2 to each position, and we'll roll them through, and at times it's 50-50, but at times it's not quite so 50-50. But we do have some good guys and some variety, bigger than the typical group of receivers that I have. So we got kind of some tall physical guys.
Now, Marcus Wilson, a name that most people are familiar with, but who are some of the other guys on that roster that you expect to step up and make an impact this season?
Dominic Williams has been playing really well. There's a guy named Andre Lentz who plays tight end, and previously he'd been a blocking fullback and really did a good job as a tight end, which is unfamiliar territory for him. But he caught an awful lot of balls, and big, strong guy. And then I think that we've got a lot of them that could fill in. I'm kind of curious who's going to step up, because we had plenty that. You look at them and they're all relatively satisfactory. Then you're trying to figure out who are the best ones and who you can make really good. And so we're still kind of in that sifting process. Over the off season, wanted to get everybody a lot of balls, and then we'll tighten it up as we get into camp.
Now, the offensive line, I know another group that people were wondering about coming out of spring ball. In your opinion, what does the offensive line need to do to exceed your expectations?
Keep improving. We need to develop some depth. We're athletic. We're quick. We're not as big as I'd like to be. But I would say it's at Tech. I always had really big linemen, but this is the most athletic group I've ever had. And more athletic than some of our groups at Tech, but not as big. And so we just need to keep improving and keep getting better. And our top-level guys are pretty good, and we need to expand that some.
Now, the defense also undergoing a transition. Those players need to be versatile enough to play both in a 3-4 and a 4-3. How do you think that those guys are acclimating under new defensive coordinator Mike Bresky?
I think really good, and I think what's exciting is we blitz a lot, and so, try to bring people from a variety of angles, which I think makes it exciting for a player when their number's called to go in there and make a play. I also think presents some problems for the opposing offenses. We don't want to absorb on defense. We want to try to win games on defense. And it's like, as everybody knows that they get to be a part of the pressure and stuff like that, or cover up the pressure. I think just the variety makes them excited to participate in it.
Now, are there any players, either offense or defense, that have really been pleasant surprises coming out of spring ball?
Yeah, well, there's been quite a few, and like I say, it kind of depends when you mention. I think Jeff's done a great job as far as being a leader. Travis Long's been real steady as far as just a consistent, solid day-to-day player. And then, we're explosive at running back, and they're hard to tell apart, but they're all explosive and have good ball skills. Our linebackers, we got some explosive guys going. Our corners, we'd like a little more depth, but our first level guys, I think, are pretty good. And that was the thing. About the time, I thought somebody couldn't play, he'd prove that he could, or about the time I thought, well, we didn't have any of this or that, somebody'd surface.
If there's a message you'd like fans of the program to take from today about Washington State, what would it be?
come watch us. It's going to be an exciting ride, and we got a great group of players, and we're going to be an exciting team to watch.
Now, coaching in Texas for so long, no stranger to in-state rivalries, but the Cougars and Huskies are proof that rivalries exist all around the country. I know you've only been in the Northwest for a couple of months, but what are your thoughts on that rivalry?
Well, it's really intense as far as the fans and everybody goes, and it's going to be a really exciting game. But we have a lot of games prior to that, and so we're going to work on trying to win one game a week and do it over and over. And
the one question on every person's mind is the Pirate coming to Pullman?
I don't know. You know, that Pirate thing took on a life of its own once the New York Times Magazine did that article, but the fans are having a lot of fun with it, and so, yeah, there may be some Pirate stuff there. We'll see how all that unfolds.
Perhaps something else.
Well, I don't know. Really, I don't have any control over that. As fans get excited about something, I'm outnumbered, and so I kind of go with the flow.
Well, Coach Leach, we look forward to seeing the Cougars take the field this fall. We wish you all the best of luck. Keep checking foxsports.com for all of the latest on the Cougars. Alongside Coach Mike Leach, I'm Annabel Stephan, Fox Sports.